Thank you all so much for stopping by today. So today I'm going to do a little bit of gardening maintenance. Now, I encourage everyone, when you're gardening, carve out time to do gardening maintenance. Gardening maintenance can be weeding, it could be feeding, it could be watering, it could be checking for pests. And so we're going to do a little bit of everything today with one of the beds. Like, I'm not going to put so much on myself. I'm just going to focus on one bed at a time. Now, if you haven't had a chance to watch the last video, go ahead and watch it, because yes, we still are moving. But like I said in the last video, I just can't just stop cold turkey and not do anything when it comes to the garden. I can't start any seeds, but I can still do, some maintenance. I can still do a little deadheading, which is what we're going to do today, because as a matter of fact, one of our viewers asked a really good question about what is deadheading. So I want to break that down just a little bit more, because when you're planting and growing annuals, I think that's really important that you do it depending on the plant. So I'm going to go over to the raised garden bed. We're going to focus just on that one today, because often I just have to focus. Sometimes I'll be all over the place. Let me stop lying, y'all. Sometimes I'll be all over the place, but I told myself today, focus on this one bed. Don't go past go. Don't go over here. Don't go over there, because sometimes I can be going to put something somewhere. Ooh, I just thought about it. I do need to water my rosemary plant. I do need to do that. So I'm going to do that first. And then after I water my rosemary plant, we are going to focus on this one bed. We're going to give ourselves so many minutes, and then I'm going to come in. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So I'm doing exactly what I said not to do, but I just had to show y'all this planter. I'm going to link the video where we planted this planter up, because we actually are using the Grow Oil still. Y'all know I absolutely love the Grow Oil. It's a great way to water your plants, but I just wanted to show you the progress of the plants, how they're coming along. And I'm glad I'm looking at it, but we're not going to get distracted, y'all. Okay, so we're going to keep a close eye around the plant, because something seems to want to eat it. But this is, again, it's the alfresco mix. This is the Amsterdam celery. I'm telling y'all, it packs a good punch. It's very strong when it comes to that. And then the romaine lettuce in the back. And these are our lettuce that we had. But go look at the last video, because I gave you the specific names of them. But it's doing good. Still a little bit water left in there, but we out here to do something else, so I'm not gonna fill it back up, y'all. We not filling this back up, not right now anyway. So today I really wanted to focus on this bed that I just showed you for a few reasons, and we'll go over it one by one. But again, one of our viewers really asked a good question, and that is, what is deadheading? So I want to go over that a little bit, because these pansies right here, they really need deadheading bad. So I'm going to get a little bit closer and show you that basically what deadheading is you're removing the spent blooms. If you don't remove them, then the plant will think that it's done blooming, and so then it'll start making these little seed pods. Now, these seed pods will slow the growth of the plant down, and so you'll start to get fewer blooms. But when you deadhead, you're telling the plant it's not time for you to start making seed pods yet, or seed. I want you to keep blooming. So that's the best way that I can put it. Now, depending on the type of the seed or the type of the plant, some of the plants, if you do let it go to seed, it'll drop, and then when the time is right, because nature is amazing, then they'll emerge from the ground, which is how we got all of those free Johnny jump ups that we have on our patio. I didn't sow those again. I just was not on top of the deadheading, and so they dropped in the soil and then they came back up. So, but that was a great gift for me. But what I do with these is I just take my hand and follow it down to where this bloom stops, and I just pull them like this. Yes, I need gloves on, but I like to see, that's how I got bit the last time, talking about I like to feel. But I'm hoping no spiders or nothing like that in there. Wear gloves, y'all. But I just wanted to give you a close-up to how I am just really following the blooms that have been spent. And when I say spent, like they're done, they're drying up, they're withering. I just follow it down and then I just pull them off like with a pinch. Now you can also use your really small shears. I got some shears that I absolutely love. That'll do the job really great. And you can see like the spent blooms versus the seed pods. Like you'll be able to tell once you start doing it. Like, see, this is a bloom that is coming, so I won't take that off. I was trying to find one that's starting to make a seed head, but I don't. This one maybe, it's gonna get bigger, but this one, I'm gonna try to open it up. Like it's gonna start making a seed pod after that. But that is what deadheading is. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to complete this task first before I move on and tell y'all about the rest of this bed. Remember, y'all, we're focusing on this bed today, and then that's it. Then we'll do something else another day. So this one may be a little better with how you can see how the seed pod is starting to form. It will get bigger than this, but after they form, they'll kind of like just break open and disperse. But here's the thing, if this is a variety that is sterile, like sterile seeds, that means that they will not like germinate and grow again. It just depends. We actually got these from one of my favorite places, so I don't know if this type of seed is sterile, meaning that even if they do drop, they won't come back, or if they will, because a lot of the plant companies will, what do you call, they'll make them to where the seeds are sterile, which means that you can't, that it won't like germinate at all. So already this looks a whole lot better. So basically all that should be left, I might have missed one or two, but I tried to get as much as I could, is the plants that are about to get ready to bloom. Those that are like coming right here, or maybe like a day or two old, I just left those so we could still have a little bit of color. But this basically tells the plant to go ahead, keep producing some more blooms. So we should have some more blooms popping up. I actually bought these from my favorite place, County Farm. So this is the variety of pansies that these are, but they're really pretty, and they all have different color variations. Some of them start off dark, some of them have a little bit more yellow in them, but I absolutely love them. So here is our lettuce, and we are actually, y'all, this is looking so good right here. I'm excited. I can't wait to harvest this one. This is probably going to be the first one that I harvest right here. But they're starting to form heads now, but this is our lettuce. So what I'm just doing right now is just checking under the leaves, because y'all know, I've told you before, we do have snails and slugs that sometimes want to try me up a little bit, and just cleaning up the old leaves like this, just getting those off the plant. But these are looking really good, and we'll probably go ahead and feed these. If it's not all the way dark, we'll feed these before we go in. But this is kind of like, I think it's pretty much like an iceberg lettuce. It was another name for it, but y'all, I can't remember right off bat. And that's one thing I really got to do, is start labeling correctly. But just look, I just want y'all to look for a minute. Just let's just stop and look for a minute. Look at how the leaves and what you get when you grow versus, like, you know, when you go to the grocery store and the iceberg lettuce, like they've taken off quite a bit. but you'll be able to harvest these. And I'm going to use these outer leaves as well too on the plant. But just look how beautiful this is. And we have some more in the garden. I started these or transplanted them at different times so that I don't have to harvest it all at one time. But this one is definitely doing the best, and we're going to harvest that one. Moving right along, this is the red fire lettuce right here. Now this lettuce is really pretty. We actually had some, and this is why I say it's so crazy, because we had 2 more right here and the cold took that out. Like they took those out, but right here, these 3 right here survived. So really, to be honest, I have been coming out and just like leafing off, like harvesting the outer leaves of these different lettuces and the different kales right here to just make me a salad. Like you could do that. You could do that when you grow your own. So we still got to fill in some spots right here, and then I may just let one kind of get a little bit bigger and just harvest it and cook the kale like we do the greens. But I just want y'all to look at that. It's so pretty. This is the, I want to say winter boar kale, either winter boar or curly kale. So we just kind of planted just the green and the red in its place. Now right here, another crazy thing is I started snapdragons from seed, and a lot of them had gotten taken out by the cold weather. This one survived. Like it's about to get ready to start blooming, but the other ones in the other bed with the Brussels sprouts, like all of them survived. So I guess it just depends on which way the wind was going or how cold it was. So we'll also have to, we're gonna just right now just put things that I did start from seed. I'm just gonna put it, just kind of fill in this space right here, just so it'll be like not bare. So right here, our coneflower we put in the garden. It is a perennial, so it died back. You can see that it's starting to come back. I love the coneflowers, the butterflies, the bees love the coneflower. But this is what I wanted to tell y'all real quick. And I'm gonna try to flash up a picture. Be on the lookout. In the produce section, oftentimes they have potted herbs. So instead of you buying just a pack of herbs, I know here they're like almost $5 and they're in these little plastic pouches. Try to look for the potted herbs. These were on sale for $1.99, so I got 2, and I just used what I needed and put the rest out in the garden. This is thyme right here, and I've really been eyeing this one because I think it went through a little transplant shock. It was like, oh gosh, what's going on? But it's bouncing back because the leaves were looking bad, and sometimes that happens. It's okay. But for $2, potted herbs, and you use what you want, you pot the rest, and then thyme is a perennial, so that means it'll be coming back every year, and you can always have your own fresh herbs as opposed to buying it one time and then you have to keep rebuying it every time you need to use it in a recipe or a tea or something like that. So just keep that one in mind. So right at the beginning of this raised bed, our blueberries are starting to form. And so that makes me happy. I've been seeing lots of bees over here, but this is the thing. When they get a little bit bigger, yes, I'm gonna have to come and cover them with bird netting because I've already been seeing the birds, you know, just kind of scoping out the place. They've been scoping everything out, trying to see what is ready when they're ready for it. But here are our blueberries. These were the ones that were from Bushel and Berry, and we have quite a bit of them because they're great, especially for container gardening. You can still enjoy blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries all in containers, and so I'll link that video as well. But they are just absolutely gorgeous, and they survived really good. I'm just, like I said in another video, I just want to make sure that we don't get like a freeze, because that can happen between now and Easter to where it could damage the plants. Okay, so now all I got to do, y'all, is feed this bed. We've done really kind of pest control. We've looked up under the leaves. We've done some deadheading. So I'm going to feed our plants. So as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, tap the subscribe button and make sure that you tap the bell as well so that you can receive notifications each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching. And until the next video, bye-bye.